Hey, what's up, turtles? Krik here with Black Owl Outdoors. Recently, I proposed a question to myself. How would I get a fire going, and what methods would I employ if I only had one match? So today, that's what I'm going to do. I have one match. I'm going to try to use one match. I have a small book of matches, and I'm going to go along the process, build my fire. Like any successful fire, a lot of it's in the prep. So I'm going to get everything ready, and then we're going to come back and try to get this fire going with one match. So to start, let's get some wood ready. So I just want to baton some sections of wood down because I'm going to use these sections for a few things. Or actually, I want to buck some down, then I'm going to baton it and make some feather sticks. Next order, baton some of this down. Wonky piece of wood. Quarter this. Call that good. Let's get a straight section now. I'm going to baton these with the mind that I'm going to feather stick some of these sections. This bark may come in handy too for the fire then. You can even see on the inside of this, there's a little bit of green. This should be fine for feather sticks and for burning. This is soft wood, this is tulip poplar. Being gentle with the knife. Ready to call this one about good. Break this off. Repeat this process 2 more times. I'm not so worried about getting really crazy curls with this, because in the process of how I'm going to make this fire, this thickness and lack of or amount of curl will be more than sufficient. One more. I think that'll be good. All right. All right, now I need to gather some various sizes of small little twigs and even smaller 1-hour fuels. I'm just gonna go around and gather some handfuls of that. So I have gathered most of the components that I want to start building this fire lay with. And my theory is, I'm going to set these feather sticks up here so they don't get too much moisture touching the ground. My theory is I'm going to build the fire up and I'm going to light underneath it. So what I want to do first of all is give myself some sort of 2 parallel runners that's going to lift the initial part of the fire up. Should probably just get some bigger logs, but we'll try to make do with what we have set next to the fire. All right, next, I want to lay myself a little grate to hold the feather sticks up. I'll make sure there's enough air in between all these layers, because last thing I want to do is smother this fire, because once I light this, I only got one ignition source, my match, for the sake of this video. And what I'm going to do is keep layering this, some layers of the small twigs to give space between some of these small pieces of fuel, almost kindling size. But I want to make sure there's enough space between all this. And the last thing I want to do is I want to gather some more of these small twigs, put that on top. I'll make sure I got enough space under here. Actually, you know what? Because we're filming this, I'm going to redo this. I'm not happy with the way it's laying. Sometimes I try to rush things because I'm filming, blah, 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 but I'm doing this for real. If I got one match, I'm not messing around. I'm taking this apart, making it cleaner. All right, so I got everything cleared out again, back in its appropriate piles. Make sure there's enough space under here to get my hand under to light this. And I'm gonna start doing this again. All right, got that pretty well good. I'm gonna lay my feather sticks on here now. Two right there. Put one back here. Okay, got my feather sticks. Now next I'm gonna take some of these small branches, twigs, and put some more on top of there. Employing the basic principles of fire, we need fuel, we need air, we need heat. So the reason why I'm stacking all of this, like I said before, is to make sure there's plenty of airflow, there's plenty of fuel for the flames to climb. That's going to promote these flames to start down here. There's plenty of small fuel for that to go up. So that's kind of why I'm layering this with some fuel, some kindling. My feather sticks are there. And then take a look at it, walk around, make sure I feel good about it, because I got one match. I don't want to feel like I should have done more. So I feel pretty good about this fire lay as it's sitting now. Last thing I want to do is build almost like a little torch, because I want to transfer the match to something that has a stronger and will sustain the flame longer. This tree, this is a branch from a tree that came down. I did not cut this down. I should have maybe gone a little bit thicker with this. We'll see how it goes first. I'll try it with this. If we can get it to work good. If not, find something thicker. Might not want to split very even with for us. That's one. Do this one more time. Stop there because that looks like I want to break. It should be sufficient for what we're going to use this for. Next, I got all these shavings here, and I could use this. I'm going to make this like a mini torch. I could use this. It'll work fine, but I had this in my bag. I'm going to use some fatwood shavings. This fatwood will hold a flame for a ridiculous amount of time. Just going to make a little pile here for myself. Pine Fire, I did a video on the products from this company. Check that out if you're interested. Start with this, see where this gets us. Just keep working, weaving my way around here, adding pieces of this shavings of fat wood. So the intention of this is to, once I get my match sustained, and I'm very diligent about that, I'm going to transfer that flame to this, and then I'm going to light my fire with this. And I'm going to pick a spot where I want to light that's going to be very, easy to take a flame, so I don't want it too thick. I'm going to give that flame somewhere to go. And I think this will be good. All right, let's go back to the firing. Set this aside for the moment. Take my gloves off because we're getting down to pressure time. So the point of this video is to start a fire with one match. And how many are in here? There's 6 in here right now. 7, excuse me. That one's hiding, not trying to do it on purpose. So there's 7. I'll use this one. So we got 6 in here. No magic, no illusion. And these aren't really that great. You could split these in half and try to get 2 match heads off one. I'm not going to do that. But my method of doing this, and you might not pick it up on camera because I'm really going to do this for real, is I'm going to pull this here. One match in this book, not worried about it. I'm going to pull this, get this lit, stay real tight down the match, roll it open to get more fuel. I'm going to be bam, bam, down here, cup this. I don't care if I get burned a little bit because I need this match to stay lit. And then once I have this little sustained, I'm going to try to light my little torch on fire, then light the fire from underneath. Here's my match, here's my torch. Let's get to it. I'm going to do it all right down here next to the fire, next to the ground. Try to block the wind as best as I can. Grab real low. You ready? 1, 2. Oh no, got a dud. Wouldn't that be some? Well, we're going cold tonight. No more fire. Ain't that some ish? Junk. Well, match 2. Well, that just took all the air out of my excitement. Man, these things are junky. Gonna hold this. The last thing I wanted to do with these bigger pieces of wood is because this is so far off the ground, I want that on purpose to get this air thrown through there. I'm going to set some of these under here before it falls to help give myself some coals. Because everything's so far off the ground, there's no wood to help give a coal base. There she goes. Well, I failed on the one match. Just goes to show you, be prepared. Junky matchbooks. Everything else went according to plan. Fire lay worked really well. Really well, really happy with that. That really, really irks me with that match. I know they're very old. Those match heads were brittle, but I mean, we're going cold. Hope we make it through the night. Hope we didn't want any hot liquid. So I hope you liked the video. Did you like anything I did? Like my methods besides being in charge of keeping the group warm for the night and I failed? Don't hold that against me. But in all seriousness, let me know what you liked about the video. Hope you enjoyed it. you know, let me know what you think. It's Krik signing out with Black Outdoors. Hasta luego, Tortugas.